Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to show you Singapore's best places to visit. This video is perfect for those planning on a short 3 to 5 day trip in Singapore. We've done a ton of research before making this video, so we hope you find this video very informative. Once you arrive to Singapore, you will not want to miss out this airport. It is one of the most beautiful airports in the world. However, be sure to check out the time of your flight because this fountain here doesn't run 24 hours a day. We arrived a bit early and we saw the fountain was off, but it's still very peaceful to come at this time to see what's it like. It is also amazing to find that there's also cheap hawker center style food in this area as well. This is a popular Singapore breakfast known as kaya toast and soft boiled eggs. It is served with toasted bread slathered with coconut jam and butter. You dip this alongside 2 soft-boiled eggs drizzled with soy sauce and pepper. It is a dish to die for. Some people will spend a lot more time than others exploring this airport, especially if you have kids who want to play on this area near the waterfall. We spend roughly 3 hours here because we want to eat and explore more of this airport, especially when there's a grocery store inside the airport, although the prices are outrageous. There's also an area in this airport where you could store your luggage for a fee. But this is well worth it in our opinion, especially if you have a lot of luggage. I think if you're into shopping though, you could spend a whole day here, so plan accordingly. See if you have any traveler who's into shopping, because 3 hours would not be enough for you. Just look at how much shops are there in this airport. It's almost like an entire mall. However, if you do not have much time in Singapore, then just make sure you see the jewel and skip the rest. We think you can find most of these shops anywhere in the world anyways, especially French luxury brands. Next up, depending on how much shopping you've done in the airport, we recommend you to drop your luggage off at your hotel before exploring Garden by the Bay. The transportation from the airport is convenient since you can take the train and plan everything using Google Maps. Once you arrived at Gardens by the Bay, you'll be greeted by a beautiful sign and a walk through nature into the futuristic garden dome, which is home to over 1 million plants and flowers. There's a hawker center between the walk to the garden dome which you can grab a delicious bite. However, we opted to try some local McDonald's specialty dishes. We personally spend the rest of the day here where we explore the garden domes and watch the night shows. You can go up these trees and see the city from another view at a cost. These stunning metal trees is even mesmerizing at night because it lights up with music that fills the entire park. Almost 50 speakers are hidden around the park so you experience a surround sound experience from wherever you stand. After this show ends, you can run over to the Marina Bay Sands entrance to watch a light and water show. But you have to walk there fast if you like to watch the full show. We follow this huge crowd there, and by the time we got there, the show has already started. When planning your trip, be sure to Google what times these shows start at. The times might change throughout the year, so we decided not to include the times in this video, but be sure to plan your trip according to these times. For example, if you're in the Garden Dome, make sure you leave at a certain time so you can watch these shows. After you finish watching these shows, you can admire the beautiful lights around Marina Bay Sands. Just look at how beautiful this is. On day 2, you would like to get breakfast at a hawker center near your hotel. Hawker centers are extremely popular in Singapore since they offer cheap food and are available everywhere. We recommend using Google Maps to find a hawker center near your hotel for a quick bite before heading to 3 main cultural streets you must visit in Singapore. That is Chinatown, Little India, and Arab Street. Although to be honest, we think there's not much to do in these streets besides a walk through it. You want to admire the beautiful design and atmosphere. If you're visiting Singapore in the summer, you also want to make sure you visit shops with air conditioning to cool off before heading out again.
5 salted egg chicken, yeah?
In our opinion, the best thing to do in these streets is to try an authentic meal, since foods are one of the best ways to experience culture. For lunch, we ate at 3 meals a day. The salted egg dishes here are absolutely amazing. The sauce is rich and savory due to the creamy texture, while the eggs have a unique salty and slightly sweet flavor. The meats are crispy and coated in batter before being deep fried. It is absolutely delicious. Finally, these dishes have some prawn crackers which offer a light and crispy contrast to the other elements of this dish. It is an amazing dish to die for. After eating, you can wander the streets again. However, we recommend not eating too much in one restaurant since it might be boring to wander the streets without tasting other foods. Another popular place to eat at is Maxwell Food Center. This hawker center is home to 1010 Hainanese chicken, which is on the Michelin Guide. The chicken is extremely tender and smooth while the rice is perfectly cooked. You must have Hainanese chicken while you're in Singapore. If you're into durian, you can visit 99 Old Trees Durian, which offers amazing durian treats to end the night. Depending on how much shopping you've done, this might be day 3 or 4 for you. We recommend finishing off some streets yesterday if you have more time for shopping and eating since there's a lot of cultural scenes in Singapore. We finished exploring a few more streets that we left off yesterday before visiting Marina Bay Sands. There's a hawker center in the basement of Marina Bay Sands. Although the foods here cost a bit more than hawker centers outside, it is still pretty affordable and cleaner. If you're less adventurous but would still like to get the hawker center experience, you should come here for a delicious meal. And right outside of Marina Bay Sands, there's a beautiful floating Apple store where you can admire the views of Singapore skyline. In our opinion, if you visited the TeamLabs in Japan, it is not worth it going to the one in Singapore, but you can still experience the exhibit right in front of Marina Bay Sands. If you're into European luxury brands, which we're not, then you can visit Orchard Road, Ion Orchard, and more. If you skip those boring European luxury stores, then you have more time to visit Merlion Park. Merlion Park is a must-visit in Singapore. With the merlion's fish-like body, it symbolizes Singapore's origins as a fishing village, while the statue's head represents the city's original name of Singapura. When the night falls, you can end the night at Clarke Quay. Clarke Quay is a historical riverside quay in Singapore named after Sir Andrew Clarke, a governor who played a significant role in the development of the city-state. Once a bustling center for trade, Clarke Quay has been transformed into a lively entertainment district while still retaining its rich heritage. And that's a wrap on our Singapore adventure. Whether you're here for a few days or stretching your trip to explore even more, this city has something for everyone. We hope this guide helps you plan your trip and makes your time in Singapore unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow travelers, and hit that subscribe button for more travel guides and adventures.